try to get everything put up. Hopefully it'll be put up today. I'll go back now. It's the beginning. I tore it all out the brackets right there. I'll come back and explain a little more probably in the end when we finish it. So far so good though. Everything seems to be there with the order. Yo, how everybody doing today? Anyway, I meant to do a review on this lift. I done had it for about 2 weeks now. I'm going on 2 weeks. And I got it installed in my backyard outside. As you can see, those are body panels for this Maxima that I'm working on. And I think, well, I don't want to say too much about the car. But anyway, somebody has bought this car and I'm kind of putting it back together. I'm still looking for a couple of parts I'm gonna have to get. But other than that, everything transmission in. I just gotta change the oil and, excuse me, put transmission fluid in it and be ready to go. But it's the lift. I bought this lift off Amazon, and it's a 9,000 pound 2-post lift. And I'm gonna give y'all some. It's not probably not the best lift, but it does work very well for outside use and what I'm using it for. For example, I'm gonna give y'all, let you see it going up. You hit this green button right here, and watch it, see it going up. Let me step back. Let me turn the camera sideways too, so y'all can really it's too close to do it like this. But anyway, I go around it once it get lifted up. Here it goes. See it right there. It doesn't really lift fast. But I learned today that the ones that lift fast are the Shockwave. It's not a Shockwave. And that's the guy who makes it right there. And I ordered this off Amazon. It was like $3,100 with shipping. And I got it sent to a terminal. And I got a box truck, and we got the lift off the box truck with a Bobcat. And we put it up in the backyard. This is very excellent investment. I still got the plastic on it. I may take that off, I may not. I know it rained last night. So I hadn't really done anything else other than that. Those are the lift. Once it goes all the way up, that's the height. And you drop it down on locks. Which is like that. And it falls on both locks. And as you can see, it's tall. Not short at all. I also didn't put the stop switch on top to where it limits your height, because it won't limit my height. I think if you get this lift, you should know better than to jack the lift up, to the point to where it actually can bend the top bar. But that just depends on the person. I think with me, I do know accidents happen, but I just don't see myself making that mistake. I'm a little too cautious, but I'm not gonna say I'm the very cautious, but I'm too cautious to make mistakes. But anyway, not to make mistakes, because I do make mistakes, but I pay attention. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But anyway, that's the lift, and you can, as you see, I'm around 6 feet tall, and I walk right up under the lift. Now it is a couple of pauses. You might have to duck a little bit. That's right there with the transmission pan hanging down, which is there, and probably over here with the oil pan. But other than that, I can walk straight on the car. It gives you easy access to do everything. That's why I took the exhaust out. This has been absolutely a dream come true for me, because I've always wanted to lift since I first started working in the field and using them, but I never could, actually get my hands on, come up with a way to get them. So this is something that I came up with, and like I said, it's a tall, it's not a bad lift. It doesn't look bad or anything like that. It looks good. It's blue. It has yellow arms. I think mine is what you call asymmetrical, because my arms go straight back. I know the other one, that one arm is a little shorter than the other arm. These arms are both the same size, and they go straight back and lock. These are the pins. When they hit the ground, it unlocks the arm. Those are those. And this is right here is where the lock pin is at. You see the snap ring going around here. It has two, just like a regular lift. We got one there, and we got one here. There's two of those. And then this is actually a lock release right here. It's a cable. So this one has the 2 bars like the normal ones do. This one has lock cables. They got one on this side, and they got one on this side. My advice, if you get this kind, to not stand under the car when you drop the locks. I'm not saying it's gonna fall on you, but just to be on the safe side, stand to the side to where if you can unrelease the lock, at least you can move your hand out the way before the car fall down. That way you won't kill yourself, and the car just be hurt. But we also ran 220 volts. This is very simple. When you pull this out, you can actually see which wire is grounded. I would take it off, but I don't. Anyway, it's grounded in this box. You can actually see the ground, so you know it's your ground wire. Only thing I did was I went to Lowe's, and I got like a 25 feet. It's a 3-wire, and I can't remember what all it said. I think it said it's 25 feet. 3-wire, and I know it can support 600 volts, but you only need 220. And I got some of these twist tabs, so that's all you really doing. You connect the ground, and the other 2 wires are power wires. On this cable, it has a wire in the middle that doesn't have a color, so you know it's your ground. And then the other 2 wires are power. So we wired up here, and then the cable runs down. I mean, not the cable, the cord runs down, and it actually goes into my house right here. And the other thing I did, like I said, I got the dryer. I got a plug from Lowe's that resembles my dryer plug, and I plugged in. That's transmission fluid I put in the lift. And other than that, I mean, it's good. And I did make a mistake when I first got it. I overfilled the reservoir. I filled it up. Then, because you'll notice that the fluid comes and goes. When the lift is under pressure, the hydraulic fluid gonna be down right there. When you put it and drop it back on the ground, the hydraulic fluid gonna go all the way back to the full level, which right here, I think it say max on the side somewhere right there. It's gonna do that. I didn't know that at first, so when it was down like this, I added fluid in it, and then when I started dropping a little bit down, the fluid started splashing out. So just so y'all won't make that mistake, just make sure that you fill up full and pay attention, because I think I let the lift up 3 or 4 times before I started using it. Then I put the car and test it out. So make sure you pay attention to the fluid and what's going on with it. And it's basically not that difficult. I did have somebody help me who has experience with these lifts, but I had been studying these and I kind of knew what's what, but I got a better understanding. It's just a hydraulic cable that runs down from there to here to connect to the pump. And on this other side, it's another hydraulic cable. The next one there, you're gonna have to screw that one too. It runs up. And it goes actually through, there it is right there. The hydraulic cable, it goes on the top. Both the cables and the hydraulic hose go across the top where that bar is up there. So like I said, it's really not rocket science. I'm pretty sure y'all have seen plenty of people talking about this. It's really not difficult. Drilling holes in the concrete wasn't that difficult. We did have to shim it because on some parts it was uneven, so we had to shim it. But other than that, I'm gonna get some caulk and put it around the base so it'll keep water and dirt from getting in there, because I heard sometimes when you get a lot of water and dirt in there, that's when the bolts start getting loose and giving in and stuff. So probably tomorrow when I get off, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get some caulk and I'm gonna put that in place. So, you know, that'll pretty much help me with that problem. Now, I'm not gonna permanently be here. Eventually I plan on moving to a house and building another concrete slab like I built here, but bigger, and building a garage and all that. Now, I may get a carport here too for the time being, because I got this bucket to cover the motor. That's another thing I want to tell y'all. Don't get this motor wet, because now I don't know how easy it is water getting to the motor, because you can see it's real sealed up or whatever. But just on being on the safe side, I got a bucket and I cut slits in it, and you can see the slits right there. And that's so it can go over this. And I got zip ties and I tie around the bucket. So, you know, if the wind comes and stay in place. So that'll be something that if you want to put it outside, I would do. But definitely keep this motor covered up, because that's the most important part. This is basically the brain of the lift right here. So you want to keep this covered up and protected as much as you can. Now, like I said, I know some people got them outside and they may not have nothing on theirs, and theirs might last. You know, I don't really know. I'm not an expert, but I do know that if some water get in that motor, it's gonna be a bad day. You know, so you want your lift to last. If I was you, I'd find some kind of way to cover that motor up for sure. But anyway, I got this little Harbor Freight compressor when I was using the air the time. That ain't really nothing. And that's basically it. Like I said I'm gonna do a review. And so far, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give this lift a 10, to be honest. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's better ones out there, like Rotary, and, you know, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of different brand names, but this lift is excellent, and it took me no time. I ordered it on a Saturday or Friday or something. I think in 4 or 5 days, the lift was at the terminal. So it didn't take me long to get it out. So, I mean, I can't really complain. It's so far so good. Like I said, it's only been 2 weeks, and it's been excellent. So, and it's the first car I've been doing on it. I've had a chance to put the transmission in, put the cross member back in. I've hooked the cable back up, the shift cable. I've wired all the wires up there. You can see them a little bit. I know it look like a look like a ball of yarn. And I've actually just put the radiator in too, not just a few minutes ago. And I've taken the exhaust down because I had to cut the exhaust to get it out because it was so rusty. But I'm gonna weld it back together when I put it back in. That'll be it for this. And probably the next project probably gonna be this one. And this is gonna be something a little difficult. What I've been studying, really off of YouTube videos, looking at those guys do it. And it's gonna be something I'm trying to tackle myself. What it is, it got hit right here. And this car was bought. My cousin bought this car. He passed away. He bought this car before he passed. Well, he bought the car for his son. His son wrecked it. And we bought another car from the auction that was the exact same color. And I put the fender and the hood on it. That's why it don't look really hurt. But if you can see the gap right here in this door, it's too close. And even when I do fix it, I'm gonna have to get some sandpaper. And since it's so, it's metal, looks metal right there, I'll probably use some 40 or 80 grit and sand that down. And then put some bundle on it, then prime it. I probably have to repaint that because it's all I can see it do it. Now I could just let that slide because it really don't look that bad. But I'm probably gonna end up, I may paint the whole car or I might spot paint, I'm not sure yet. Because like I said, the parts I got are all burgundy. They're gonna bumper in the inside of the car. And it's also burgundy too. So I really got all the parts for this car because like I said, we had another car. I even got a piece of frame that I cut before I actually knew exactly how to remove spot welds. So I'm not gonna use that piece. I'm probably gonna go junkyard and use a piece. I'm hoping I can pull it because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get probably an electronic wrench and I'm gonna bolt it over there somewhere. And I'm probably gonna bolt it and drill it to the concrete so it'll be strong. And I'm gonna use that to pull this frame or any other car I run across with a frame issue like that. Now, obviously, it's not gonna be a frame machine, but like I said, I've been studying this stuff, and I may give me a tram gauge. That's the tool what they use to measure the distance. You can't do it with tape measure. I haven't decided yet, but I got the dimensions that the frame's supposed to sit on all 4 corners. So that's gonna be the way I'm determining it. Now, with this, the only other thing I don't know how far that damage is because I can't really see. So I'm gonna try. Let me let the hood up so y'all can see. I'm gonna try there's a V6 in this one too. It's not the 4-cylinder. This is the good one. What I'm gonna try to remove all the stuff on the side right here, the motor mount, the power steering reservoir, the coolant reservoir, and these left on AC lines that went to the condenser, what I took out. And you close, you can see how big that frame rail is. Like I said, I don't know how far they go back. It may only be up in the front, I don't know. But when I get to pulling, I'm pretty sure it'll show me itself being. But another thing I really don't know if I should move the motor, take the motor out of the car to do this. It's probably gonna be a better idea, probably, honestly. Worst case scenario, I just have to replace the apron and the whole frame rail piece because that can be done also. I just have to take a lot of more stuff out the way to get to it. But you know, like I said, I'm not sure if it's gonna be this car next or if it's gonna be this one, I'm not sure. I may end up doing this one next because this would be just a transmission swap. And so I just really got these 3. I got this one with needs framework, transmission swap, and that was a transmission swap too. And I'm pretty much done with this one. So we'll see what's coming. And then also, I should be getting my seats for the FX soon. I know I hadn't said nothing about that in a month or 2, but I'm waiting on him. He's kind of slow, but I'm pretty much in the process of getting the seats back for the FX. So it's gonna be something too. I'll let y'all see. And then I'll pretty much go ahead and put the interior back together. I'm gonna try to tackle the headliner myself. I've watched a couple of videos on YouTube also about doing that. where he used adhesive and stick it to the headline. It doesn't look really difficult. You just have to pull it tight. Obviously, it's gonna be more to it than they're explaining because it gets more intense when you're doing it yourself and you actually, you're doing the work yourself. So that's when it gets more intense. But I'm gonna try to do that myself. And the theme gonna be orange and black. I changed it from the orange and peanut butter because it just didn't look right to me. So I'm doing orange and black, and that's pretty much it. So once I get the seats back, I'll probably go ahead and I got the dash in still, but I gotta take it back out because I still got the peanut butter vents, and I don't want to use those. I went to the junkyard and I made a video when I caught a QX70, and I got the black steering wheel like things instead of those because I just think it's just a better idea to use the black things. So yeah, I gotta take the dash back out and do that. But once I do that, then that'll pretty much, I put the dash back in, put the carpet in, put the seats in, and I haven't decided yet what I'm gonna do about the middle console because it has to be wrapped too as well. I don't really know what I'm gonna do about that. I know for sure that the armrest needs to wrap. That may be the last thing I let him do. It's probably gonna be that that console and that armrest. I'm probably gonna let him do that. That'll probably be the last thing he do for me. I hope it don't take long to get that back, but who knows? And after that, put it back together, go get the windows tinted, and that'll be a wrap. Now I still got minor little stuff to do, like it has an oil leak around the Pad Gasket, so I'm gonna replace the Pad Gasket. And all Infinitis and Nissan, they got a oil filter housing. It's a rubber O-ring behind the oil filter housing. They always leak, and I finally found one that wasn't leaking, so I took the seal off of that one. I'm gonna put it on mine. But I got it off an Infiniti car, but it's the same engine, so it should be the same thing. But if it ain't, then I'll just go to Nissan to get it because I don't want to play around with it. Anyway, it's gonna pretty much do it for now. I'll just let y'all know pretty much what I got going. I know I ain't been on here in a little minute, so let y'all know what I got going and what I'm doing. And I'm gonna end it here and peace out. You got any questions, leave down in the comment. I'll try to help you out with the lift if you think about doing this yourself or getting it in the house. Another thing I want to say before I go, I end up ordering this lift off of Amazon, really too, because when you try to buy it from like a O'Reilly or AutoZone or people like that, they ask a lot of questions that they really shouldn't ask, But I do understand there's a business side and stuff like that, so they just doing that to protect and cover themselves. So I get it. So that's another reason why I went with Amazon. There's no question asked, and it's still a year warranty on the lift. So that's pretty much where I'm at with it. But you can buy it from AutoZone or they had some for like $37 and $3,800. I could have got because this was $32, like right at $3,200, it's like $31 something. So. Depends on what you want to spend and what you want to do. And they actually have people to install them too to come out to your house. So it just depends on how you want to go with it. Anyway, it's me checking out Beasky, finally on 30s. All right, holla at y'all.
Ooh-wee. These just came out better than I thought they would. Ooh-wee. Look at it. Can y'all see that purple on the camera? I don't think you can. I can't see it on the camera. That's what they call wet. Spark.
32, baby. Still working.